I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. How valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is a documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
Okay, so this one's a little bit different. I'm walking around doing my outdoor workout at work, actually. So directly after work, we got let out. I just put my shit in my car and started walking. So I drove to a little spot and started going. But I'm just trying to pack everything into one little session that I can. And that way when I get home, I don't have to worry about an outdoor workout. I can just keep on doing my thing. So again, this is one of those ones that I don't really have a plan for. I don't really have any idea what to talk about, but I wanted to challenge myself. Click record, figure it out as I go, right? So something that's coming up though is I have the milestone episodes. So that's every 90 shows. I do a recap of the last 90 days of my life. And then every 6 months, which is 180 episodes, I do a recap of the last 6 months. And then every year, which I haven't done yet, obviously, I do a recap of the last year. So I have one coming up. It's going to be, that would be 270, I believe, every 90 shows. So it'd be 270. And I'm kind of on a main road right now, so if the quality's shit, then that's why. But 270, I think, will be the milestone episode. It might be 272, because it's not exactly 90 days. It's split. It's the year split into 4. So 365 divided by 4. So it's about 92, 91, 92. So I just have a reminder on my phone about that. But I'm thinking about the things that I've accomplished in the last 90 days. I'm not going to talk about that in this show because that's for that show. But man, the wind is blowing. Hopefully you can hear me. It's being uploaded regardless, so whatever. But I'm thinking about the things that I've done. And I remember last milestone episode, I was like, dude, I don't know how I'm going to compete with myself on these next 180 days. Because that was the half year show. And now here I am, and I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm going to surpass it immensely because by the time I hit a full year, which is another half year, which will be both a full year and a half year episode, I will have the program launched. I'll be doing that as much as I possibly can. I'll have completed Live Hard. Fingers crossed, right? No, I'm not jinxing it, but it's day 12, I think, today. Or 13, I don't know. Let me check. Also, the UVI out here is 10. So that's not good, huh? Let's see. Day 12. So day 12, almost halfway. That's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty stoked to see where we're at in, that would be 95 more shows or something like that. So that'd be the year anniversary of the show. I have no plans to do anything fancy on the year anniversary. Maybe when I have the means to do so, maybe I'll do something. But until that happens, right now I'm just kind of, I don't know. It's just another show for me. So I'm not going to stop. This goes on for 20 years. So 19 and a half now. So I don't know. And again, no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of rambling. But whatever, dude. So everything's going good as far as what I'm working on. So working on the program, working on the training program itself, writing a whole bunch of documents. And then, so here's the plan. So here's what I'm doing. That's what I'll talk about today. Here's what I'm working on. So I'm building the fitness program up to be intertwined with mental toughness and pushing yourself mentally, not just physically. Because there's a lot of benefit from the physical side of things. The training and the nutrition, there's a huge benefit to that. But I stand by the belief that everything that is required of you to achieve any goal that you have, it's going to determine, or it's going to be based off of your level to adhere to the plan. And adherence is based off of discipline. And so if you have no discipline and you can't chug through hard times and you can't just keep going, if you have no consistency, then it doesn't matter how good your plan is. It doesn't matter how perfect anything is if you don't stick to it. So that's the belief system behind that. And it's true for me. It's been the truest thing for me in my life. A year ago, right? Not even a year ago. I hadn't even started 75 hard for the successful attempt. My life was just in shambles, just a dumpster fire, right? And now that I've instilled all these values and traits, skill sets, and beliefs into me, life's just a whole lot better. When I say I'm going to do something, I get it done. This cut that I'm on apparently has been very aggressive, which means that I should be eating more and I should be moving less, because I shouldn't be down 12 pounds in 3 weeks. That's too quick. That's almost 4 times as fast as I'd like it to go. But when I think about that, I'm like, dude, I'm not even suffering at all. I'm not doing anything. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a cocky asshole, but it's just not hard at all. I don't find, it's just not, I don't, but dude, I guess I'd be arrogant, but like staying on a diet, or if you want to even call it that, it's like just how I eat now, which is so cool to say. But it's not hard for me to stick to this regimen where I don't go to restaurants and I don't eat fast food and I don't drink soda. It's just not difficult for me, because my goals, I guess my actions, my behavior are in total alignment with my goals. And that is much more rewarding and satisfying than having a sip of Mountain Dew or eating fast food literally every day like I used to. It's just so much more rewarding. So it's just been very easy this go around. So it's cool because I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm seeing my abs again. And it's cool because I really haven't seen them since I competed in 2017. So it's 7 years. 7 years ago last month. So we're going on 85 months since I've seen my abs. And I don't know, man, it's cool because I'm not keeping track of the date, and I'm not waking up and weighing myself every day. I'm just living life. And the way that I'm living life is just so happens to be in, like I said, direct alignment with my goals. And so I'm just living life, doing my thing. I'm achieving my goals as a result, just because how everything's lined up and how I'm working toward everything. It's just like my lifestyle is my goals, and I'm hitting them all now. And it's so liberating to be able to say that out loud and mean it and have it, and I know it be true. Such a good feeling. I've never been able to say that, A small part of the reason why I quit fitness coaching in the beginning was because I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. And I talked about this before, but I wasn't following any kind of plan. I was half-assing my training. I wasn't pushing myself. I wasn't, I absolutely hated doing anything, with the program itself, because I was like, I got to make this plan. I got to do this, and it sucked. I didn't want to do it. I was just so lazy. And it's like, dude, if I would have had the mentality now that I did then, if I would have had the mentality then that I do now, I would probably be somewhere doing something, making lots of money as far as coaching goes. I would have figured out a lot. I would have been so much, dude, if I would have just stuck with it and powered through it and not been such a goddamn bitch, I would be 4 years ahead of where I'm at right now. And that sucks to think about. But Joe Rogan, so both Gary Vaynerchuk and Joe Rogan have good quotes about this. Gary Vaynerchuk, his is pretty simple. It's a cute one, we'll call it, but he says, all this looking back is fucking with your neck. Meaning, whatever happened in the past, that's behind you. There's nothing you can do about it. So looking back and trying to fix it or trying to figure it out or whatever, it's just not a good plan. It's not a winning play. And then Joe Rogan's got his, which it's not necessarily a quote. It's more like a guideline, which is, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you can't. So now what? You just keep moving forward. Accept the fact that you screwed up, You made mistakes, you wasted time, but now, if you start now, it's a clean slate, you know? I mean, some people only live to be 40, some people live to be 108. But believing that, you had a disadvantage or whatever because you started late, that just, it doesn't serve you. It's a thought that doesn't serve you. So believing, I don't know, pretty much what he's saying is, you got a clean slate if you start right now. Why wouldn't you, Anybody who chooses to start something fresh today, right now, it's a clean slate. You just start. You just ignore the past. And, there's a shit, so just, ignore the past as best as you can. And then you just keep going. So that's some advice I try to give myself because, like I just said, I'd be 4 years ahead of where I'm at right now. Dude, these jets, I hope you can hear me. I feel like I'm screaming out here. And for context, I'm walking on the side of the road right now. There's just dirt, rocks. Just walking on the side of the road, dude. Doing my outdoor cardio. Everybody's getting off of work right now. Probably driving by me thinking, what the fuck's this guy doing? So anyway, would have been 4 years ahead. So when I think about it, I got to reassure myself that I'm okay. I just had to learn different lessons in life at a different rate, at different times. And I have to believe it's for a good reason, and that is to prepare me for something bigger coming down the road. So, pretty cool stuff, man. I'm very excited for what's to come, and I don't know, man. I'm just proud of the growth that I've experienced and that I've undergone. Shit has not been easy. I've wanted to quit nearly 5 times a week, probably more. There's times where I go home and I'm doing stuff on my laptop. And I'm like, dude, this is so dumb. This isn't going to work, And I have these thoughts, but I've done a really, really great job at cultivating the positive mentality shift, if you want to call it that, where I'm like, okay, well, these thoughts are not doing me any good. Thinking this way is not doing me any good. I get nothing from believing that I am a screw up or I'm a failure or that my shit's not going to work. I get nothing from this. So why am I thinking it? It only brings me down, only slows me down, only makes me want to quit. So, what the fuck am I doing this for? So I have these thoughts daily, and I don't know, man, 5 times a week, I'm like, dude, fuck. But what am I going to do, quit? No. That might be, I always think about things that people say now, 2024, who have made it, quote unquote. Like, what's their thing that they say? What's their quote? They always say it, What's that going to be for me that I've always said? I don't know. I just think about that. And just to reiterate, as a reminder, all these shows are being recorded for somebody who listens in 10, 12, 14, 18, 20 years from now. They're not being recorded for anybody now, but if you do get value from it, then fuck yeah. It's just documentation for later. And I'm going to have to change the intro and outro to make that what it is. So I don't have to say that every show. But anyway. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep on going, keep on chugging. It's tough, but what am I going to do, quit, So, anyway, I think I'm going to end the show there. I'm about done with my workout. And, so we're not going to have 3 shows today. At least I don't think so. Okay, that's it. Talk to you guys later.
Hey, thanks for listening, and quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds, and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.